This is a diagram of the MESA table, which sits on the lunar surface in front of the lunar module. At the bottom, that rectangular bag is called the equipment transfer bag, and that is the thing we are going to be paying attention to in this clip. Now, on the right, you'll see the other astronaut, and he's moving away from the ship, and he's fooling around with the UV camera. The astronaut in front of you is about to turn and go back towards the MESA table and the equipment transfer bag, and when he does, on the right, you'll see the equipment transfer bag swinging. It's just swinging back and forth, and it's going at about the same pace. It shows no sign of the momentum slowing down. It's just going back and forth as if some sort of vent is blowing on it. But there's nothing that can be blowing on it if that's the moon. Because on the moon, there is no atmosphere, there's no wind, there's no air, there's no breeze that can be blowing that. This clip is from the closeout of EVA-1, Apollo 16, and the next clip is from the closeout of EVA-3, also Apollo 16. And we're going to see the same phenomenon with the equipment transfer bag. As soon as astronaut Charlie Duke attaches it to the MESA table, it starts swinging on its own again, as if it was being installed right over a vent. But then it gets really interesting because I think they notice it and they discuss it and then take corrective actions.
Hey, John? Yeah? Take a look. No.
Okay, Charlie, you should have... Charlie, you should have 7 Hasselblads and 3...
Now you're going to see Charlie Duke take corrective action. He's going to walk over to the swinging ETB bag. He's going to remove the camera that's attached to his chest. He's going to put it on top of the MESA table, and then he's going to put his camera in the ETB bag, and then he's going to remove the bag from the straps, and he's going to place it on top of the MESA table so it's no longer swinging from the straps. And there's obviously a voice we can't hear organizing the charade-like diversion you are about to see.
Where's the bag that the good old UV? Hey, Charlie, did you throw my camera away? No, I didn't throw your camera away. Where is it? Over there? Yeah. Okay. The bag that the what?
The bag that the what? He's obviously hearing a voice we can't hear who's telling him what to do. This is just a really strange scene. Now watch as he walks away. You'll see he no longer has the camera. You can't have any wind or breeze or ventilation on the moon. But this thing is like a perpetual motion machine. And this is how they corrected that motion, by taking it off the straps and putting it on top of the table. Okay, now let's go back to the first clip from EVA-1 again, and you see the bag swinging on the right. I'm revisiting this not so much to look at the bag, but that strap in the right-hand corner that hangs down from the ship. Keep your eyes on that strap because it's about to get hit by an object.
What are we going to do with this thing? Can we throw it away? Leave it under the... Throw it away, it's empty. Pull it straight up, there you go. That crummy thing. Well, hell, that's okay. Yeah. Oh.
So the strap was hit with momentum, but it exhausts the momentum and it slows down, and it practically comes to a complete pause. And that's the reason I'm showing you this, to illustrate the fact that you can see momentum acting naturally in this clip. Let's take another look at it. But notice how that strap responds to gravity and responds to the momentum dissipating, whereas the ETB bag does not. It goes at a steady pace throughout both clips from EVA1 and EVA3. The logical question that comes to mind is whether some mechanism on the ship, some motorized mechanism, vibration, or exhaust is somehow blowing the bag, and the answer is no. The bag hangs from the Mesa table. The Mesa table is simply a table that holds supplies and equipment for the extravehicular activity. The bag, as you can see, just hangs down from the table. And as we take a look at the Apollo 16 summary at nasa.gov, quote, because the LM had remained in lunar orbit 6 hours longer than planned, the LM was powered down to conserve electrical power. So that rules out the possibility that the bag is swinging from any kind of vibration caused from the power of the ship. Everything they put in the ETB is supposed to go back to the ship for transfer to Earth, and the 70mm Hasselblad camera is not on that list. Furthermore, it is common knowledge, also listed in the lunar surface procedures, that the 70mm Hasselblad cameras were left on the moon. Charlie Duke was responsible for attaching the ETB by the straps to the SRC table at the Mesa. It specifically says the ETB is supposed to hang from that table. Charlie Duke is not supposed to touch that bag again or have anything to do with it for the rest of the mission until they are back in the lunar module. John Young has the responsibility of taking that thing off the straps and attaching it to the conveyor when he is entering the lunar module, and then the procedure calls for Charlie Duke to unhook it at that point.
Hey, Charlie, did you throw my camera away? No, I didn't throw your camera away. Where is it? Over there? Yeah. Okay. The bag that the what?
What's going on right now with him removing the bag and then putting it on top of the table is a total break with protocol, and any break with protocol is by definition a contingency plan, and that's why Charlie Duke and John Young seem so confused in this scene.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Hasselblads, 3 DACs, SWC, and a CRE. The maps, various other things.
Various other things. The problem with various other things is that various other things are not listed on the lunar surface procedures. Various other things directly refers to the camera, which he just stuffed in the ETB.
Okay, let me drive this up the hill. Okay.
This is a lie.